Hey everybody! Well, today we're going to take a look at this brand new set from LEGO. This is the Star Wars Executor Super Star Destroyer. This is a really cool set. It just came out on May 1st of 2023. What I really like about this is it's kind of bringing back the old Midi Scale sets that they used to have. The Midi Scale set was really cool. It was kind of like a high quality set that looked like a UCS set, but it didn't have all the expense and the huge size of it. So this set is number 75356 and it has 630 pieces. But I gotta say that for me personally, I'm kind of starting to shy away from the UCS sets. They're just too big and they're just too expensive. I had the Millennium Falcon, the UCS Millennium Falcon and the UCS Star Destroyer, and I had them on display for a couple of years, and then eventually I took them all apart, and they now reside in a storage bin, and I'll probably never put them back together again. So this is more, I think, something that a lot of people are going to like, and judging by the popularity of it and the fact that it's sold out on the website, Lego's website, and also at my Lego store, I think most people are going to agree that they like these. So this is a very nicely detailed version of the Super Star Destroyer, which I always loved. It has this 40th anniversary plaque. I don't know if that's a sticker or not. This, I think, is a print. It's the Star Wars Executor plaque. It's got a really nice stand, and I really like that it comes with these two mini Star Destroyers. It's really cool that they added those in there. Here's a different angle of it, and then there's a different view of it as well, a scene from the movie. I think, unfortunately, the bottom of it is not very well detailed. It doesn't really look all that great. I kind of wish they would have taken the expense and time to do that. But this set retails for $70, which, I don't know. I guess we'll see if it was worth that money. Lego's gotten so darn expensive anymore. I've really had to kind of back off on buying a lot of sets, but this one's really cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at this, because I think it might be a fun build as well. Okay, so now, is this a new piece? I have never seen this piece before. Look at that. I think there is a new piece or new pieces in this set, but I'm not sure. That's a really neat looking one. It goes right in this little spot right here. So that's pretty cool. Also, I'm surprised at how many colors are in this thing, which of course you're never going to see when it's all finished. Okay, so I think this is another new piece. It's like a little double clip type of thing. I don't think I've ever seen this before. There's two of them in this particular step. That's pretty neat. New pieces are always welcome. Okay, so there's a couple things that I wanted to mention at this point in the build right here. Now, in the instructions, first of all, they have this really cool picture of the filming model being built. That is awesome. I loved those filming models. But now, let's see, where is it? It's over on this part. It says right here, we even added a few surprises inside the model to make sure you still feel the presence of the dark side as you build. Now, I'm assuming that refers to these little guys right here. So in the instructions, it shows you building this particular little spot, and there's also the darker one right here. Now, I am guessing that these, I think from what I read, that darker one here, that is supposed to be Darth Vader, and I think these are the bounty hunters, is from what I understand. So those are the bounty hunters, and I guess Darth Vader's having a discussion in front of them. So that's neat. They actually hid that inside this model. I don't think you're going to see those once they're covered up. So I thought that was really neat. Another thing that was really cool about this build, there's some interesting ways that some of this stuff is being built. You'll notice this diagonal strip right here. There's one here and there's one here. And you actually build that with some hinges. I've covered them now with these curved tiles, but there's actually a hinge down in here. And so the hinge is connected, and this whole long section right here will, bend on that hinge, and it tucks down inside that little, recess right there. It's very interesting. Is that another hinge right there? Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the hinge right there. It was very cool. I love when they do stuff like this, and you're never going to see any of that once it's built, but only the builder is going to experience it and really appreciate the effort that went into this. So I'm pretty impressed with this. Okay, so it looks like this is another new part. I have never seen it. Now, I'm saying these are new parts. They're new to me. They may have been out before. I don't know. I have never seen this curved, 2x2 type of piece. It's very cool. And if these are all new parts, then this set has a lot of new ones. And you can see how how full the interior of this is. Of course, you're not going to see all of that, like I said, but it's pretty solid on the inside. Very nice. Okay, well, anyway, just thought I'd show those pieces in case those are new. Okay, here it is, all complete, and wow, this thing is awesome. I really, really love this set. I mean, look at that sleek look from the front. It's so cool looking. So this was really fun to build. I really enjoyed the build of this. Just kind of a relaxing build. I really love the fact that these Midi Scale, as they are called, sets that came out quite a few years ago from Lego are hopefully going to make a comeback, because there's a lot to be said about these sets because they are smaller and they're more affordable, and yet they are, I would say, so nicely detailed that they could rival a UCS set as far as just like, considering the size of it, how good it looks. Let me show you some cool close-ups of it. Starting with the base, that's actually the last thing that you will build on this set. It's got the Star Wars Executor tile. These are both prints, this one here and the 40th anniversary print, which looks really nice. I really like that. And the whole base down here is a sideways construction build, which is really neat. I really enjoyed the way that went together. You can kind of see how the back of it looks right here. Now what else is cool is they do give you an option so that if you don't want the 40th anniversary tile right there, you can add this grill piece. You can have another grill piece on there like they have here. Although I don't know why you wouldn't want that, because I think it looks really cool. Some people may not like it, but I think it looks fantastic. Now up here, I love how they give you these little mini Star Destroyers. It kind of goes to show you how huge the Super Star Destroyer is. There's one on this side, and then there's one over here. And they use those little clear pieces to suspend it. And they're just a fun little mini build. I mean, it only uses a few pieces, but you can identify what it is. And then here you can see the other side of it, and also just the sheer scale of how big that ship's supposed to be. From the front end here, you can just see how all the detailing is. And they have these really nice tiles that make everything look finished. This greebling that they did on the top is awesome. I really love how they did that. You can kind of see all the little pieces that were used to make that, which is a lot of fun. It was really fun to build all of this. Now if you look closely, there's actually some trans blue pieces down inside there. Let me see if you can kind of see it down in between those grills. There's one right in there. There's some down below there. I think they did that to make it look like there might be some windows that are kind of lit up. And if they catch the light just right, which I don't know if I can do here, you'll see them. And it looks really neat. I think it was a really nice thing that they did with that. And of course all those colored pieces that you saw earlier, they are all completely hidden so you don't see any of it. But that's a lot of detail in there, and I really think this part was interesting because it's an upside down section. You think you're building something that's going to go right side up, and it's actually upside down. So I thought that was kind of an interesting detail that they did with that. Here's the profile of it. You can see a little bit of the trans blue right in there as well. Yeah, this is really neat. Here's the front of it, and then on this side we also got some more of the trans blue pieces that are going on right there. And I just love the way the plates all kind of fit on there. Here's the back. More nice greebling. And then here is the engines. Let me see if I can get some more light underneath there. Looking at it from this angle, you can see all the little thrusters that are down here. They use those trans orange pieces. Now the only beef I do have with this is some of these pieces have a hard time staying in. So looking at it from this direction, so the ones that have this kind of shape to them, see the gray area? Those ones have a hard time staying in when they're in the middle. So there's two different ones. They use this one that I think is like a, I think that was a R5D4 head or something, and then there's more of a cone-shaped one. But the ones that seem to have a hard time staying in are these, because they're not even in. See, I mean, just barely touch it and it falls off. And that's because it's actually connected to that little post that's in the middle and not so much in between. So when you're putting this piece on there, it doesn't stay on all that great. It's really not the easiest thing. So if you try to grip it by accident, you're going to knock that off every time. And they're pretty small pieces, so that's not something you really want to lose. These ones here are a little bit better, but it's those ones in the middle right there that seem to have the hardest part. And underneath here you can kind of see they didn't do they didn't finish it off. I mean, there is some detailing right in here, but you're not really going to see the bottom, and most Lego sets don't really finish the backside or bottom of things, although they did put that little entryway right in there, which is kind of cool, or the little docking area. And here you can see how those Star Destroyers are connected with those little clear pieces. So this set retails for $70. It was available as of May 1st of 2023 as part of Lego's May the 4th sale. They had a whole bunch of great sets that came out. 70 bucks for this, I don't know. I'd say maybe about $10 more than it probably should be. I think $60 probably would have been a better price for this. I mean, you do get 2 printed tiles, but and there is some new pieces in here, but they're going to use those for other sets anyway. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like 70 bucks is a little too much for this. But it is definitely probably the most popular set that came out on May 1st. They had an X-Wing, a couple of dioramas. I will be doing a video for a diorama, the throne room set coming up. And this one here sold out really fast. I mean, really fast. But, I mean, it is really a nice looking set. So, yeah, I hope that Lego makes some more of these Midi Scale sets. I don't know, I just think people would much prefer to have these, not only because the price is much more affordable, because, I mean, those UCS sets, let's face it, they're hundreds of dollars, and it just, people don't really have that kind of money nowadays. And they're just too big. I've already taken down my UCS Millennium Falcon, my UCS Star Destroyer. Those things were absolute room hogs, and it just gets to the point where you just can't, justify the space that they take up. This is a nice displayable piece. It looks really good, and very detailed too. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope that Lego will continue making these kinds of things because I think they're great. But anyway, if you're interested in getting one of these, hopefully they'll be back in stock soon. And if you can muster up the 70 bucks to buy one, I don't know. If you think it's worth it, I would highly recommend it. I just wish it was about $10 cheaper. But other than that, it's a pretty darn cool model. Alright, well that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next video. So thank you again, and have a good one.